Okay, so a lot of you want to know what's going on with the bogus impeachment trial. It's not. You can't even call it a trial. Anyway, Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, acting under the influence of Nancy Pelosi, the Democrats shut down a fair hearing of our good president in the House of Representatives and Congress. So now. Nancy Pelosi has finally, after stalling for 2, 3, 4, like a month. I was gonna say weeks, a month. She's the Senate has ultimate control of the hearing. So the Senate is the Republican Senate is Donald Trump's judge as to whether he committed any high crimes and misdemeanors for which he could possibly be impeached, and of course everybody knows he hasn't. But the Dems are being persistent now. Right now, they're only being persistent. They thought that they were going to be able to pull the same fake news shenanigans they've been able to get away with before America's Man's Man, when people watched the fake news and believed it. But now we all know the fake news is a sham, a communist sham, communist propaganda effort to undermine the United States. And so the Dems are keeping up the impeachment charade. Nancy Pelosi is saying, after the Democrats rejected all of these witnesses from both sides for and against impeachment, so-called witnesses for and against the impeachment of the President of the United States, our good President Donald Trump, who gave a wonderful speech this morning. You should watch for yourself. The House, Nancy Pelosi, is now demanding that the Senate call these witnesses against the president, whom they themselves declined to call, because they wanted to drag this out as long as possible in an effort to play the fake news media for long enough. Fake news media which always obliges the Democrats to do what every bad lawyer does, which is to paint enough seeds of uncertainty in your mind, patriotic American, that Donald Trump has and always will do the right thing, even though he is clean as a virgin's honeypot. So right now, the Senate is refusing to entertain the Democrats' shenanigans. Might entertain them, if only to prove how stupid they are. But at this point, the Dems are really only in the impeachment thing, so that they can get quotes for their fundraising efforts. They send out 1 million emails every day, and I used to stay on top of it, but they're just ridiculous, so I don't anymore. The baby killers, the sodomites, all of them, they use theatrics like this. Once upon a time, the impeachment effort was, the purpose of it by Nancy Pelosi was to try to convince you, patriotic America's Man's Man, or America's Man's Men, that Donald Trump has always done the right thing, and he has. At this point, they're looking for quotes they can put in their fundraising letters, so Nancy Pelosi can say, "Look what we can do," and they're going to lose the entire House to the Republicans come fall. Come the next Senate election after the presidential election, and of course Donald Trump will win again by a landslide. They know they're going to lose, and their whole fake impeachment effort to try to discredit our president and win the next presidential election is but that doesn't mean you can't stay home from the polls. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you're registered to vote now, because you're most vulnerable, like America's most vulnerable, when it rests on its laurels, like just after World War II, when everything is going great. So make sure you're registered to vote now. Stay on top of it. Make sure you vote for our good president, Donald J. Trump. Come fall. Thank you so much. You're watching AmericasMansMan.com. Peter Vidala. Thanks.